Hey y'all, so this is part 13 of how the Campbell County Juvenile Domestic and Circuit Court helped my son's father kidnap them on September 16th, 2025. So I left off at the repercussions of the first visitation and what that did to my son. He had started going to therapy, and then the judge decided to completely disregard his safety and my baby's safety, who had never met his father before because his father never acknowledged his existence in life and wanted nothing to do with him unless he's in court. If he's in the courtroom, then he wants everything to do with his sons, and he's a victim. I wasn't quite sure what to send them with because my son's biggest issue, besides the night terrors and the panic attacks, was his potty training. He had been potty training really well. He actually loved going to the bathroom, and he loved washing his hands. That was his favorite thing in the world to do. So he would go to the bathroom and then he'd wash his hands. So he had been in pull-ups for quite some time and was potty training beautifully. He had just turned 2. One of the first things that happened after that visitation in September was that he refused to go to the bathroom anymore. He wouldn't even go into the bathroom, and he would shake from head to toe whenever someone was changing his diaper. He was absolutely terrified. It was like it physically hurt him, but visually he was fine. I took him to the doctor trying to figure out if there was something going on. I'm a girl, I don't know what goes on down there. So she was concerned about sexual abuse because of the way he was acting. I was like, all the things that he put us through, but that's nothing I ever witnessed or even thought about. And so she asked me to go over what his experience was with diaper changes. And so I did explain to her that, well, I took care of the diaper changes for the most part because he would get so angry because my son wouldn't sit still because he was a baby. So from the time he was a couple of weeks old, he would just lose his temper, and if he wouldn't sit still or if he wouldn't stop crying, he would just flick his appendage or pinch it really hard, just in anger. Told me that is sexual abuse because a child doesn't know the difference. All they know is that that's happening to them in an area that chemically their brain reacts differently and holds memory differently when it has to do with that. I didn't give him any diapers because I didn't want to encourage him having a reason to touch them down there. So he took them away. I went outside and I cried because it was the worst day of my life at that point, and he was supposed to stay in the mall. So I didn't expect for 2 minutes later him to come out with my sons, who saw me. He drags them away from me and gives my baby over to this girl who was with him. She got out of the car. He gives my son to her. She puts her hands on my child and puts him in the car. I've never seen this person before. I couldn't control anything, and I couldn't protect my sons. So my sister-in-law had came and picked me up so I wouldn't be alone. So I was at a loss because he wasn't supposed to leave the building with them. He wasn't supposed to go anywhere. And they were gone, and I had no idea where they were. This is where it's going to get a little darker and a little more heavy, because this is where my son really broke, and the trauma responses he suffered from this point on were horrifying to witness and to watch him live through.